And yep, we are live.
All right, thank you so much, Yash. We are live now. Welcome to BlueLearn Startups Quiz. We are at in the month of April, and we have Startups Quiz lined up for us. Uh, Before we get started, a bit about the quiz club. We have multiple quizzes running throughout the months, right? We had the science and mathematics quiz earlier. We had the startups quiz today. We had the tech quiz coming up next month, and we have the general quiz acting as the finale in the upcoming months. We have the leaderboard as well at the quiz club. All of this is present on the BlueLearn website. We have the top three quizzers. That is Bhanu in the first position. We have Faizan in the second position as of today, and Swagat in the third position. All right, the first round is fairly simple. It's the Pounce round. 8 direct questions to all the participants. So 1 question per person, plus 100 for every correct answer. There's an opportunity to pounce on the buzzer. All right. Plus 100 if you get it correct on the pounce, minus 100 if you get it wrong on the pounce, right? So if there's plus 100 coming in for the pounce, there's a negative as well. So be sure of the answer and only then pounce for the answer, right? Or for the question. Let's get quizzing now. I would request everybody to stay on mute, and only the person who I'm asking the question to gets an opportunity to answer. Others stay on mute until and unless you're provoked to answer, right? Perfect. The first question will be for Divya. Everybody else on the buzzer, but only Divya gets an opportunity to directly answer. Others can buzz in the buzzer we have, right? I'll open the buzzer as soon as the question is displayed on the screen. If you really know the answer, only then go for the buzzer. There's a negative for the buzzer, right? Divya, your first question for you on the screen. Now, I want you to connect these two images to a recent thing that happened in the news, in the company as well. It was trending. It had the Twitter hashtag going on as well.
And let me take a guess. I think it's that an academy that fired thousands of its employees.
Perfect. That's a plus 100 to you. And I saw Bhanu, Pravad, Tirth going on the buzzer, but they don't get an opportunity to answer. A plus 100 to Divya, Yash. A straight plus 100 on a direct question. Good quizzing, good connect. She saw the fired and she saw an academy's founders and she got the connect. Perfect. This is just a safety slide throughout the quiz. We have the next question on the screen for Kerish. I want you to tell me what this is about. 5 seconds on the clock. A plus 100 opportunity. I see Faizan on the buzzer, but a plus 100 opportunity for Kerish. 5 seconds. If you don't know the answer, you can skip the answer. No negatives.
I don't know.
All right, Faizan on the Pounce.
This is McDonald's, their BTS campaign.
Perfect. A plus 100 to Faizan on this question. Could you give more context to the others?
I'm not sure for which event it is, but then they had a collab with BTS and they brought out the BTS fries and I think a few other items on the menu, and it is available on these countries.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes. These are the launch dates of the BTS X McDonald's campaign that they had. They collaborated and they got out this launch dates. So these are the countries that those meals would be presented in and the dates against it. And the overall connect I was looking for was McDonald's and BTS. And Faizan gets a plus 100 on the Pounce of Kerish's question. And yes, that's a good start for Faizan on this, pouncing on the right question. And we move on with the next person. That is Priyansh. Priyansh, it will be a direct question for you. All others will be on the Pounce. I've cleared the buzzer and the third question for Priyansh on the screen. Now, I want you to tell me a bit about this, right? A bit about this image plus a company or a brand associated with this image. A pretty visible question. You don't need much background for this. You can view it on the screen. It's right there on your face. And if you like get to know the answer, you would kick yourself. But look very carefully and tell me a brand that associated with this company. I'll give you a hint as well if you want one. This is a paint company, and the other brand is nowhere close to it, right? I'm giving you a huge hint here. Priyansh, 5 seconds on the clock. Otherwise, we have Faizan who is going on for the buzzer. It's either you know it, Priyansh, 5 seconds. Otherwise, you can skip to the next.
You just name the company, right?
Yes.
It is Backdrop, the name of the company, Backdrop Paint Company.
I wouldn't be asking a straight. Why would I ask you that, right? I mentioned that there's this association that has happened. I'll let Faizan answer this. Your answer was incorrect. You don't get any negatives, but a good. I wouldn't be asking you backdrop. It's shown on the screen, pretty visible. Faizan, what's your answer?
The answer is Dunkin' Donuts.
And could you tell me why?
I mean, literally there on the screen, Dunkin' Pink and Dunkin' Orange, and so they had a collab with Backdrop to produce Backdrop is a paint company, and yeah, this colorful paint scheme is the answer.
All right. A bit more addition to that. Good answer, Faizan. That's the correct answer. The correct answer I was looking for was Dunkin' Donuts, and Dunkin' Donuts X Backdrop again. The visibility here would be mainly Dunkin' written there, but otherwise the main two colors used were orange and pink. That is the primary colors of Dunkin' Donuts as well, if you notice. And the sprinkles there would give it away that it's a food company. It has something to do with maybe donuts or cakes or bakery. That was the big hint on the screen. But Dunkin' Donuts gives Faizan a +100 on this question again. Good quizzing by Faizan. And we move on with the next person for the next direct answer. That is Bhanu. Bhanu, the next question is for
Yeah,
you.
just a second. So, like, does Faizan get points for this one?
Yes, Faizan gets a point for this one. That's +100 to Faizan.
Oh, cool. Yep.
All right. Bhanu, the next question on your screen and for the others on the buzzer. Now, I want you to identify the startup from its old logo. 5 seconds on the clock. 5, 4. You aren't audible, Bhanu. Not at all. No. Maybe check once. Or you aren't audible.
Oh, can you like put the answer in maybe chat, and
Maybe
after that,
chat box, yeah.
yeah, after that you can try rejoining.
Correct. Maybe quickly type in if you know the answer. Otherwise, we can head on to the next person. I think Teerth was the person who buzzed in. Teerth, what would your answer be? We can't wait for Bhanu for this long, right? Teerth, what's your answer for the Pounce? Teerth, 5 seconds.
What happened?
You buzzed in for the question, for the fourth question of Bhanu. I would require an answer from you.
Priyansh was before me.
What do you say?
Priyansh is bus before me.
No, I cleared the buzzer by mistake earlier, but you were the first person who buzzed in for this question.
Oh. Okay. So it's my turn right now.
It was Bhanu's direct question. You had buzzed in. I had seen that you had buzzed in earlier, and I cleared the buzzer by mistake. But you were the first buzz.
Arnav, am I audible?
Yes, Bhanu.
Can you let me enter the buzz-in live? I joined from a different device.
All right. Yeah, you're there, right?
No.
All right, I'm removing the earlier one. Now you can try again. But Teeth, what's your answer? Okay, I can't be waiting for this long. A -100 to Teeth for this buzz, but Bhanu gets no negatives. The correct answer I was looking for was Zomato, and we have the logo of Zomato, a heart and a fork, if you're looking very carefully. And Bhanu, if you could mute as well. Yes, so the correct answer was looking for this question was Zomato. Teerth getting a -100, Yash, and Bhanu goes away with no negatives. The next
Cool, cool.
question would be for Satvik. Satvik, your direct question coming up on the screen, and for the others on the buzzer now. I want you to identify some event from this image. A very famous event in 2020. Satvik, your direct question. Satvik, 5 seconds. I can't.
I guess there's network issues. I mean,
Satvik, could you try again?
Is this Oscars?
It isn't Oscars. The correct answer I was looking for was anybody else for no points though. I think Faizan is on the buzzer. Yeah, Faizan, what's your answer?
This happened on Clubhouse. It's Elon Musk, and I don't know that person's name, but then I think he's the Robinhood CEO. So he, they broke the limit of Clubhouse, if I'm not wrong, during an event.
Perfect. A +100 to Faizan on this question as well. Good quizzing. For the others, the answer. What do you say, Pravad?
Faizan is nailing it.
Oh, yes, that's for sure. Faizan gets a +100 for this question. The connect I was looking for was Clubhouse, and the limit, he explained it pretty well for everybody. So that's Elon Musk. That's Robinhood CEO. His name is Vlad something. I don't know his the full name, but it's Vlad something. And that's Robinhood CEO. The logo there is Clubhouse logo, and the overall connect I was looking for was Clubhouse, and these two getting on a Clubhouse voice call and maybe breaking the limit as well during that event. And this is where the Clubhouse hype started. All right, good quizzing by Faizan, a +100 here for Faizan as well, Yash. And we move on with the next person, that is Pravad, for a direct question on the screen now. I want you to name a personality who would be associated with these brands. A very famous personality in the space of finance, at least. A +100 opportunity, 5 seconds on the clock. I see Bhanu with the buzzer. Pravad, do you know the answer?
Personality or an international personality?
What do you say? Could you repeat?
An Indian personality or an international person?
I wouldn't be giving out this such a big hint here. The companies that you look in are Indian, so it's up to you to guess now. But the time has run out. Bhanu, what do you say?
Hello.
It isn't Kunal Shah. No, it's not Kunal Shah. Bhanu, what's your answer?
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Rakesh Jhunjhunwala.
And what's the connect?
He's a major stakeholder in all the companies which is presented here.
All right, perfect. Could you name the company on the bottom?
Titan, I guess Titan, but I don't know. Eyewear, I guess, I don't know. Or watches.
The entire
Titan,
company?
Titan, yeah.
Titan is the bottommost company, the logo there. CRISIL as the second company, and Lupin for pharmaceuticals. That's the overall connect I was looking for was Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and I think Bhanu gets a +100 on this question. It was Pravad's direct question, and Bhanu gets a +100 on this Pounce. Right, 6 questions down, 6 members have tried answering, and we have Bhanu getting a +100, Yash, on this question. Moving on with the next person. I think that would be Bhanu himself. Bhanu, you will be remaining for the direct question, correct?
No, I already got a chance.
You have answered. All right.
Yeah.
I think who is remaining then? We have.
I didn't get the direct question.
Your name?
And me.
All right, Teerth. Right. All right, the next question for Teerth would be on the screen now. Connect the images to a company that is doing Atmanirbhar USA campaign for over 50 years now. Here's direct question.
Yeah,
Here's
hello.
5 seconds. Yes, you're audible.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, you're audible. Go on.
I've done all
What's
the
your answer?
questions that no except this one.
All right, 5 seconds on the clock. We can't be waiting for more long.
I don't know
We
actually.
all
I'm not
right.
sure.
So I see Bhanu on the buzzer. Bhanu, what's your answer?
Is it Nike?
An incorrect answer. It is in Nike. A -100 to Bhanu on this question, Yash. The correct answer was looking for maybe for any one of you who would like to answer for this question, just to guess. For no points though. All right. The correct answer I was looking for was New Balance and not Nike. New Balance is the correct answer I was looking for. Warrior is the old logo of New Balance. The earlier name was Warrior of New Balance, and that's the main hint here as the logo. The design of the first shoe, maybe, and the founder. I'm not sure about this person, but the overall connect I was looking for was New Balance. From these two images, at least, that would give it away. And maybe this is the founder of New Balance.
Who gets
And
the point? Sorry, I missed out.
Bhanu gets a -100 on this question.
Okay. Also, like, Satvika here will now like maintain the scores. Okay, so just tell her.
All right. Satvika, -100 to Bhanu for this
Yeah,
question.
that's given. That's given. Satvika, from next point, just make sure it's. I sent you the link. Yeah.
All right. The next question coming up for, I'm missing out the person's name. Is it Kerish
Me,
for this
it's
question?
Faizan.
Faizan. All right. Faizan, I think he's leading right now. And maybe one more question coming up for him. Might be easy for him. Let's see. Right. Plus 100 opportunity for Faizan yet again on the following question. All right. I want you to connect these three images to a person or a company. You give me any answer, I would take it. A person or a company from these images, the three logos or the three brands you see on the screen.
I don't know. I'll skip.
All right. No one on. Okay, I see Teerth on the buzzer. What's your answer, Teerth?
This is actually acquired by Mukesh Ambani, Netflix and Urban Ladder.
All right. Netmeds and Urban Ladder would give you Mukesh Ambani. What's the third image on the top right?
I think it's Hamleys.
Perfect. Perfect. A +100 on this question, Teerth. Satvika, a +100 to Teerth on this question. And the overall connect I was looking for was Mukesh Ambani, or even if you had given me Reliance Industries, I would have taken it. These were recently or maybe last year acquired by Reliance. Netmeds being the first one, Urban Ladder having like 96% equity given to Reliance, and Hamleys bought by Reliance Industries in total. So that would give you Mukesh Ambani or Reliance Industries as the answer. And we have come to the end of this round. Amazing quizzing, guys. Satvika, if you could quickly read out the scores of everybody so that everybody knows where they're standing before we commence with the next round, that'd be great.
Okay, so we have Divya with 100 points. We have Teerth with 0 points and Faizan with 300 points.
All right, and what about the rest?
That's all I have on my sheet right now, enough.
All right, I see Bhanu, Pravad,
As in
Yash.
they are on 0 score as of now.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
all right.
Yeah. The names are there, right? You can see it.
Yeah, okay. So Bhanu, Kirish, Priyansh, Satvik, and Pravad are on 0 points right now.
All righty, perfect. This was round one. We are heading to round two. The format will change a bit. No direct questions from now on. All the questions will be on the buzzer. So you need to stay active on the buzzer. I have Priyansh, Kerish, Faizan, Divya, Teerth, Pravad, and Bhanu only on the buzzer. Satvik, if you could join in as well, the round will be on the buzzer entirely.
Can I get the buzzer ID once?
If someone could send him in the chat box, that'd be great. All right, I see someone sending in the chat box. Thank you so much. Satvik, I would request you to join in ASAP. I'll read the rounds for this question, for this round. All right. Plus 100, minus 100, as simple as that. Simple scoring, plus 100, minus 100 for this round. If you get a question correct, plus 100. If you get it wrong, minus 100. But there's a twist. As always, there's a bonus section here, right? You have one red card and one yellow card, right? What does a red card do? A red card gives you double the points. That is, you have the risk of losing that amount of marks as well, right? So if the question is for plus 100, you use a red card. That happens once in the entire round. You'll be given. You get a plus 200 if you get it wrong, correct, and you get a minus 200 if you get it wrong, right? So plus 200, minus 200 if you use a red card. If you use a yellow card, plus 100, but there's no negatives, right? So the entire round is plus 100, minus 100. But if you use a yellow card, it cuts out the negatives. So you can take a guess maybe, or if you're like 50-50 sure of the answer, you can use a yellow card, right? These two cards are present to you once the entire round, right? So you can use one time the red card and once the yellow card. If you have any questions regarding the cards, you can ask me right now. And we have, I think, more questions lined up. We have around 9 questions in this round that are upcoming for the final round, right? So if you have any other questions, you can ask right now.
Is this the final round?
Yes, this is the final round. 9 questions on your screens, plus 100, minus 100. And if you use the cards, the format changes, right? Before using the cards, you need to let me know that you're using the cards, right? So if the answer is maybe Mukesh Ambani, I would request you to please let me know if you're using a card. If you're using a red card, it will be red card Mukesh Ambani. If you're using a yellow card, it will be yellow card Mukesh Ambani. Before answering, let me know you're using a card. If you tell me later that once the answer is given, I won't be considering it as you using the card, right? If there are any other doubts, you can ask me right now. All right, then I see no doubts. If there's anyone with doubts, you can ask right now. All right, this round is called the power play, and this is the final round. Final 9 questions for you to make it or break it. And the top 3 receive exciting prizes. The top 8 receive certificates, and you find yourselves on the leaderboard as well on the BlueLearn website. All right, plus 100, minus 100, and we can get started with the first question on the buzzer. All the questions on the buzzer, so make sure you have the buzzer activated, right? The first question on your screen now. Here is one of those co-founders who's not as famous as the other co-founder of the same venture. Identify the guy who helped create one of the most successful community online globally. Identify the person, right? This is the image of the person. No trick questions here. Teeth, what's your answer?
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Discord.
It isn't Discord. So you good use of the yellow card. You have collapsed a yellow card. So Satvika, make a note that Teeth has used his yellow card already, and he doesn't lose out any points. No positives as well. He stays as it is, right? So the correct answer I was looking for was Wikipedia. There are 2 co-founders of Wikipedia. One being William Lan, I think, who is really famous, and the other being him, right? So he's one of the co-founders of Wikipedia, not that famous as the other co-founder. And the question comes here, right? Most successful community globally would give you a hint towards maybe Discord. Discord was a good go. But Discord wouldn't be made by someone this old, right? On the screen, you would naturally go towards an older community that is Wikipedia, most successful, and the correct answer I was looking for was Wikipedia. Teeth not losing out on any points, using the yellow card well, and we move on with the next question on the screen and on the buzzer. Now, I want you to identify this series. Oh, Pravad on the first Pounce.
It is the Silicon Valley web series.
All right. A plus 100 to Pravad, not using his card on this question. Satvika, a plus 100 to Pravad on this question. All right. The buzzers have now been cleared for the next question on your screen. Now, Identify the brand. Identify the brand. No one on the buzzer. 5 seconds on the clock. All right, Kerish, your answer.
Yellow card. Vine.
Yellow
Is it
card to
Vine?
you. Could you
Is it
repeat?
Vine? Vine. Vine.
It isn't Wine. I was looking for a cream company. If anybody else wants to go for no points, right? You won't lose any points. You won't gain any points for guessing. If anybody else has something in mind, you could go ahead right now. Unmute yourselves and you can answer.
Is it Nivea?
Yes, it is Nivea. And Nivea is the correct answer I was looking for. It was Nivea cream, which is really famous now. But this is the old packaging or when it was launched, right? So Nivea was the correct answer. I was looking for Kerish using his yellow card and not losing out on any points for the incorrect answer. The correct answer was Nivea for this question. Moving on with the next question on the screen and on the buzzer. Now, I want you to identify what happened recently and why these two. Oh, all right. I have a lot of people buzzing in. Bhanu is the first person. Yes, Bhanu.
I'll take a red card.
Yes.
Elon Musk recently acquired a majority stake in Twitter.
All right.
And the photo shown on the right side is Parag Agrawal, who is the CEO of Twitter.
Okay.
And recently there was a meeting which concluded, and Elon Musk was invited to be a board member, but eventually he disagreed on becoming a board member.
All right. That's a perfect, crystal clear answer for everybody wondering what these two images could connect to. Bhanu explaining it pretty well using the red card. So Satvika, Bhanu gets a plus 200 on this question. Bhanu gets a plus 200 and on the score sheet, right? And he has used his red card, so he can't use it in the coming questions. Good connect. That's Parag Agrawal and that's Elon Musk on the top left. All right, moving on with the next question on the screen and on the buzzer for everybody. Now, X was founded in Sweden during the year 2006. X was introduced to the United States in 2011. I won't speak about the image on the right, but what's the X? Who identify X or what is X, right? Priyansh, what's your answer? Priyansh?
Am I audible?
Yes, Priyansh, you're audible.
I will take a red card.
All right, red card to you.
And the answer is Spotify.
How do you tell me it's Spotify? Who's the person on the bottom right?
Daniel. It's the CEO of the Spotify is Daniel. And
okay.
And it's something related to Spotify, like the company.
All right, I won't trouble you more. That's the correct answer. No worries, that's the correct answer. Plus 200 to you for this question. That's Daniel Ek on the bottom right. Spotify was founded in Sweden during the year 2006, and Spotify was introduced to the United States. Most used application for streaming music right now, right? So Spotify is the overall connect I was looking for. That's X for you. And Priyansh gets a plus 200 on this question, Satvika. All right. Moving on with the next question on the screen for everybody. Now. All right, never mind. All right. Now, I want you to tell me what this is and where it is, right? So 2 answers for this, what it is and where it is. Yes, Faizan.
Okay, I tapped in by mistake, so I'll take a yellow card.
Yellow card to you.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Looking very carefully, you will get it. 5 seconds though. All right, moving on. Faizan gets a minus. Okay, he doesn't get a minus because he has taken the yellow card. So Faizan uses his yellow card well and doesn't get a negative on this question, Satvika. But Bhanu, what's your answer for no points?
It's a Lenskart store.
All right, where it is?
I'm not sure about the location, but I think it is Hyderabad or Mumbai.
What if I tell you it's outside India?
Singapore,
Incorrect.
UAE,
It is UAE and it is in
yeah.
Dubai, in
Expo.
Dubai Mall, and not in Expo, it's in Dubai Mall.
Okay.
And it is one of the recently opened stores outside India of Lenskart. And Piyush Bansal declared it recently on LinkedIn, Twitter, and all the socials, right? So Lenskart's first offline store in Dubai, and that's the image from the store. And if you look in very closely, right, you would see the logo of Lenskart as well right here. So if you look in pretty closely, you would find that. But otherwise, we have no negatives on this question. That was the 14th question. We have around 3 questions coming up. So final 3 questions. Make sure you're answering it and using your cards well, right? The next question on the screen now. I want you to tell me a connect of these 2 images. Satvik, going pretty well and going very quick on this question. What's your answer?
Red card, and it's the PVR merged with Inox.
All right, what lets you answer that? Like what gives you give it away?
Like they are the founders of PVR or Inox, I guess. I feel.
All right, all right. You can mute yourself. I'll explain the answer. The correct answer was looking for was PVR and Inox merger. And Satvik, if you could mute yourself, there's a lot of background noise. All right. The correct answer looking for was the PVR and Inox merger. PVR is the logo given on the left and Inox co-founders, right? So these are the founders of Inox on the right. And so the overall connect was PVR Inox merger that happened very recently. Satvik getting a plus 200 on this question, using his red card well. And Satvik gets a plus 200 on this question. Let's do a quick score check before we head on to the last 2 questions we have. Satvika, if you could quickly read out the scores of everybody, that would help them.
Yep. Okay. So leading the on top, we have Faizan with 300 points. We have Priyansh, Satvik, and Bhanu with 200 points each. Divya and Pravid with 100 points each. Karish and Teerth with 0 points.
All right, that's the score line. Last 2 questions and things can change in very quickly because it's the power play and we have red card and yellow card coming in useful for every question now. So last 2 questions, the penultimate question coming on the screen for everybody now. Connect these 4 out of many to one single thing. Priyansh, what's your answer? Priyansh, you need to be quick, 5 seconds.
I'll take a yellow card.
Have you used your yellow card before?
No, I have used red earlier.
Okay. Quick.
I don't know the answer.
All right. I think his he was a bit too excited looking at Dream 11 and maybe looking at Cred as well. So I really doubt you could have gone for the answer. The correct answer was looking for was IPL, and these are the sponsors out of many. You should have heard that as well. So that's IPL sponsors, Tata IPL sponsors for this year. Dream 11, Boat, Cred, Winzo out of many. IPL was the connect I was looking for. Priyansh missing out, using his yellow card and saving up on the negative. But Bhanu, Teerth, Pravad going on the buzzer, but not getting an opportunity to answer. No worries. The last question coming up on the screen. The scores remain as it was before. And the last question on the screen now. Identify this startup. Priyansh, again, what's your answer?
It is ShareChat. It is the logo of ShareChat.
Perfect. ShareChat is the correct answer. Looking for a plus 100 to Priyansh. Plus 100 to Priyansh, ending the quiz well in style. I really like that. And we have the last question. This was the last question. The correct answer again, I was looking for was ShareChat. an Indian-based startup, right? So that brings us to the end of this round and the quiz. Let's have the score check once again. If there are any tiebreakers, we'll follow it up with the tiebreaker next. But if there are not, that will be the end of the quiz, right? So score sheet as well, you could present your screen and we could have a look at that.
Do I share my screen, Arnav?
Yes, you can share your screen.
You've disabled participant screen sharing, so you can
I'll-
make me a co-host or
Yeah, I'll do it. Yep.
okay.
Oh, I accidentally make the co-host. It's okay. Yeah.
Awesome. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
So this is the scoreboard.
All right. I see Faizan and Priyansh. I see Faizan and Priyansh at 300. We have Bhanu and Satvik at 200. Divya and Pravad at 100 and Teerth and Kerish at 0. Alrighty. I see a tiebreaker happening between Faizan and Priyansh. And then, yeah, Faizan and Priyansh go for a tiebreaker. And yes, that will help us sort the tiebreaker and we'll get our top 3 from this. So I'll share my screen and Faizan and Priyansh, if you could be ready.
No, what about, sorry to interrupt, what about third and fourth? Because we're tied.
All right, we have a tiebreaker between Bhanu and one more person.
We have a tiebreaker between Bhanu and Satvik.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's sort out the tiebreaker for Faizan and I think Priyansh, because they are up next. And we will get to Bhanu and the next person then. All right, I'm clearing out the buzzer for everybody so that no one buzzes now. Only Priyansh and Faizan will be buzzing in. We have the tiebreaker on the screen in a bit. Yes, I'll just share my screen.
Will there be only one question for the tiebreaker?
Yes, so Faizan and Priyansh will have one question to answer, and whoever gets it correct goes as the winner, first position. But if you get it wrong, the other person gets into the first position, right? You have to buzz in first to answer. Don't unmute and answer. All the answers will be on the buzzer, so Priyansh and Faizan keep the buzzer open. All right. The question on the screen now. Identify this person and name. What does he do? Pretty simple question. Priyansh and Faizan, if you could buzz in right now. Priyansh, yes, what's your answer?
He's the founder of Zepto.
All right, perfect.
And
we have the winner
his name
of
is Adit.
Perfect. We have the winner of today's quiz, that is Priyansh. Coming in from last, I think he was on 0 and then Faizan. He took up lead as well, using his cards well and getting into the tiebreaker with Faizan. So Priyansh comes in first for today's startups quiz and Faizan comes in second. Now we have a tiebreaker for Bhanu and the other person. I'm forgetting the name of the other person who's at the tiebreaker. All right. So Bhanu and Satvik, right? Bhanu and Satvik will go on a tiebreaker right now. I will present. There's no question on the screen, right? So you need to answer, unmute and answer on the buzzer. I'll read out the question and you need to answer, right? So make sure you're there. Are both of you ready for the tiebreaker question?
Yes.
All right, amazing. On the buzzer, right? On the buzzer, and whoever buzzes in first gets an opportunity to answer. As simple as that. Cool?
Yep.
Perfect. I will read out the answer, the question. All right. Identify the mavericks who started a firm that lets the common man make money before they make the money themselves, right? Identify the mavericks who started a firm that lets the common man make money before they make the money themselves. All right. It's a startup that is truly for Bharat. A huge hint. It's a startup that is truly for Bharat. And they promote it extensively, right? They say this and they promote the company as well. So Bhanu and Satvik, what's your answer on this question?
Could we get one more hint?
I'll read out the question again. Make sure you're listening in very carefully. Pick out the hints from the question. Pretty simple question if you listen in very carefully, right? Identify the mavericks who started a firm that lets the common man make money before they make money themselves. It's a startup that is truly for Bharat.
Is it Bharat Pay?
All right, Bhanu, you have buzzed in
Yeah.
and you have given the answer as Bharat Pay. What do others think? Maybe Faizan, who has come in second, or maybe Priyansh, who has come in first. What do you think of Bhanu's answer? Does he join you in the company of the top three, or he does not?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
All right, Priyansh, what's your take on this? What's your take on Bharat Pay?
I don't know about this.
All right. A good guess by Bhanu, and he makes it to the top three.
This guy, okay, wow.
Amazing. The answer I was looking for was Bharat Pay, and Bharat gave it away. It's a startup truly for Bharat, and the main thing was it's a firm that lets the common man make money before they make money themselves, right? So if you know the background of Bharat Pay, how do they operate their business model, you would know that they lend money to maybe small businesses and to the common men as well, and they lend out money and let them make money before they make themselves, right? So that's the connect, and Bharat Pay is the correct answer to look for. So we have the top three. We have Priyansh, Faizan, and then Bhanu coming in, and Satvik missing out and gets to the top four, right? So amazing job, guys. A very well played quiz. It was good quizzing by everybody, and we'll see you all in the next quiz as well. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in from YouTube, and we'll go off now. So Yash, if you could